Uh, yeah, honestly, I thought we did a good job fighting for good shots. The way Hofstra was defending us, they were really sagging in the paint, especially with their fives. So, you could see kind of early in the game, I think in the first 5 minutes of the game, I think we shot 4 or 5 threes with our front court players. So their scout was to sag off those guys and really lock up on our shooters on our perimeter. And, I was proud of Soulis. Soulis made two. Ritter went 0 for 3. Kenny did a good job getting free on some stuff. We got some offensive rebound kickouts, that stuff. But, I think it was just playing, and guys did a good job playing together. He's a really good player. He's talented, but his attitude and his work ethic, his approach is what makes him good. We have a lot of guys like that, honestly. But, I'm just proud of him. He's dealt with injuries in his career at Richmond, and that kind of held him back. And then it was the same thing for us. He had a good showing in the U20s, in the Euro U20s this summer, and then he got hurt and missed about a month and a half in September, October. So he didn't really start practicing until right before our first game. So I just think he's gotten better and better as he gets more and more comfortable and continues to get in shape. He's just a really good, impactful player. Who's a good fit for how we play. I think we've kept it really simple, and I think that's the biggest key. There's 3 or 4 things that we really care about and emphasize every day, and try to hold the guys accountable on those. And I think that allows you to get good and get confident, and for them to understand what we care about. I think if you're inconsistent or you're working on a bunch of different things, it becomes harder to get good and get comfortable. So I think kind of the simplicity has been the biggest key. And again, we've worked on some things and been a little bit redundant, but the guys have done a really good job of going out and executing those things that we care about. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's a really good player. We're very lucky to have him. I think to your point, development. The best way to develop is to get minutes and get out there and play. And he earned a really good role. And even early on in the games, I thought he was pretty kind of calm, cool, and collected out there, especially for a freshman. There wasn't much nerves or anxiety that I noticed. He has a good talent for just kind of playing within himself. And I think as he gets more comfortable, he's going to learn more and more like where to pick his spots, where to be aggressive, where to try to score one-on-one, those things. And he's just a really good, talented player who's going to be a really good player in this league. Well, number one, it's the guys and how hard they play. And they do it every day in practice. We compete a lot in practice. We rarely will have days where we don't compete, play a lot of 5-on-5. And we're very high. We have high level accountability on, basically crashing. So every time a shot goes up, there's about 3 guys out there where their job is to crash. And, we grade it out, we watch the film, and we hold them accountable in every single one. So, I think when you do that over and over and over again, it's going to create really good habits. And, the key is you can't soften up. You can't, take it for granted. You got to continue to do it every single day. And, you'll have games where teams do a good job or block you out. But, over the course of time, I think it should be a really big, strong suit of this team. No, I mean, I just think I'm proud of the guys because I think we're doing a good job of playing as a team. And I think people that know the game, people that follow us can see that on both ends of the floor. Obviously, sometimes it's easier to see that offensively when the ball zips around and you can see the guys are sharing the ball. But I think defensively as well, we've really poured into that, and we've done a good job of all 5 guys out there defending, and every coverage, every rotation. All 5 guys have a job to do. And if one guy's not doing his job, it becomes difficult. And so we're trying to pour into that. We're trying to get better and better that way because, we have to do it as a team. We need all 5 guys out there to be on the same page. And, I'm just proud of the guys because I think they've done a good job trying to execute that. I mean, I think it's huge to be in close games. The challenge tonight, there were important possessions. And, part of it's like you have to learn to playing with the lead's hard. We got up 10 I think we got up 13 second half, and you have to continue to play. You can't take your foot off the gas. I mean, that's one thing is like, I thought we took our foot off the gas a little bit and let it tighten up. But then when the game got tight, like those possessions, they feel bigger because the amount of time that's left in the game and how close it is. But you have to really fight to execute. You have to continue to move the ball. Like we're never going to be a team that just pulls it out and relies on one guy to go get a basket. So we have to continue to play as a team. And to your point, it's more difficult to do that when the game's close, but that's the challenge. I think we took a step forward there tonight, and we got to keep doing that. Yeah, I mean, you got to look at them and figure out the ones that you can fix. There were a couple that I would call bad fouls. I mean, meaning for us that we didn't need to foul. There was one on a ball screen. I think Mason had one where he hedged with his hips, and their guards are crafty too. You're aggressive on those guys, and they're smart. They know how to draw fouls. But the ones I'll live with are the verticalities at the rim. Like if we're trying to do the right thing on that, and the ref calls a foul, live with that. But we got to do a good job not playing with our hands. When we get in there where we're reaching, or if we come down, instead of going vertical, those are the ones we can't live with, and we have to see and clean up and fix. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, they were icing the ball screens. I was left wide open. I worked on that shot. There was no one around, and I shot it with confidence because my coach gives me confidence. My teammates do so as well. And if they're not guarding me, I'm going to shoot it and make them respect it. And it gave us a big boost. So, yeah. I'm finding my confidence back. I'm finding my old self back. I had a short preseason due to injuries, and it's been a roller coaster since. And with Zeno out, I had to step up a little bit in that front court position for us to win games comfortably. And I'm glad I'm doing that. And that's because my teammates give me confidence, and my coach as well. I'm going to say that again and again because that's all it is. That's very important. And I'm glad I'm performing well in wins. When we win and you're playing well, it feels amazing. So I'm gonna be smiling for the whole night now. Hard almost every day, and we simulate games. We compete every single day. We compete so hard. So when it comes to the time where it's a close game, it's not anything we don't do consistently. We're ready for the moment. And if the score gets tight, we don't get anxious, or we just keep doing what we're doing, whether we're up 20 and we're trying to win by 40, or it's a close game by 2 and we're just trying to end the game with a win. We just stay to our stuff, keep doing what we do in practice every day, and trusting one another. So far, I mean, we're at 7 wins in a row, and it's like nothing changes. It's like we're 0-0, and we go in every game like we got to prove ourselves, and we're not getting too comfortable. We don't think too much of ourselves, and that's very important because I've been in rosters where that can be a little tricky to do. And everyone's so, like, the chemistry is great. We all love each other, and that won't change. And I'm very proud that we have that, and we'll keep it going for the rest of the year. So happy we won. Shout out my mom, too. Thank you. You should watch our practices. We compete so hard with one another. It doesn't matter if we played a game the previous night and we played 20 or 30 minutes each. Like the next day we go in practice and we compete and we hit each other and we treat it like a game, and sometimes even harder than a game. And that prepares us so well when we actually play in the actual game. And coach emphasizes it so well. Obviously, he came from Florida, which they have debatably the best front court in the country. So we are held to that standard by coach and by ourselves. And when we see results like that, we just want to keep it going. And we didn't do as well tonight. They were pretty well as well, but yeah, we just practiced so hard. That's it. That was a hell of an experience. It was a very, very difficult training camp of a month and a half, and we played great competition, the best competition in Europe, and playing with those guys, high-level teammates, and it was a great experience to just get my confidence coming out of Richmond and carry it over here. And it was an honor to play for my country. And I don't know, just playing that high level of competition in Europe, like, we played some incredible teams, so it definitely prepared me to when coming here. Thank you.